We are talking All Girls Weekend, which comes out in the UK at the beginning of 2018 by High Flyers Entertainment. This one written and directed by Lou Simon. The story here focuses on 5 female friends. If they decide they're going to have a bit of a break from their kind of busy lives and have a back to nature weekend away, they're going to do a variety of different outdoor activities. On the way, they decide to do an impromptu hike across this kind of woodland area. Unbeknownst to them, this area is home to a curse, and this curse basically will mess with these women in paranormal ways, along with the natural elements, predators out in the woods, the cold, and they might just kill them each other. So let's talk about All Girls Weekend. When you watch this movie, you will be reminded of the film The Descent. Apparently this was very influential in this movie, and it's clear to see it very much follows the same pattern of that film. These women friends who are going to just go out this kind of like out of the way to do some kind of physical activity, follows the same kind of pattern. You don't have the kind of the monsters that you did in The Descent, but nonetheless there's plenty of threats here. The positive thing here is there is quite a lot of variety in regards to the different threats that these women face. It could be just the isolation, it might be the elements, it might be, a bear is going to attack them, it could be a supernatural thing, it could be disagreements between themselves that cause friction. So all these things basically are going to have to be overcome for anyone to kind of get out of this kind of situation alive. So you do have all these different kind of things happen to these women at the same time. So it makes it for a pretty good variety bag of horror. What doesn't work for me is, unlike The Descent, which is his nearest comparison, the two things that stand out for me, the acting, first of all, is not as good, unfortunately. The line delivery doesn't seem as confident from some of the actresses, and what goes hand in hand with that, the chemistry of these women just isn't there. These women do not seem like they are really friends, whilst I feel in The Descent, you got that impression. You could buy that those characters were genuinely friends. In this, you don't. You just don't get that chemistry, that feeling that these people are really friends. They're kind of the way they act with each other. And like I said, it kind of goes hand in hand with the acting. But I never once bought that any of these women were really friends. They just seem very kind of standoffish with each other. There is an element of that written into the story. And if that was the case, it was overemphasised more than it should have been. But these women just don't seem like friends. So you never really buy that they are friends, unfortunately. As the film progresses, obviously you'll see the movie's kind of lack of budget in regards to what it can actually do. Use of stock footage, some kind of off-screen stuff happening. And we never really fully explain about what's going on. But nonetheless, I feel this is a woman versus wilderness adventure film. It is pretty varied in regard to the threats they have to kind of face, and it's well shot. I did like the kind of the location shooting here. I thought it all looked pretty creepy, and the kind of the sound effects that they use all were pretty good. Overall, it's an okay kind of an action adventure horror film. But it doesn't really kind of do anything new with the genre. It doesn't push the envelope, I feel like The Descent did by any means, to be honest with you. But I feel the real crux for me where this movie fell down was the relationships between these women, because they just didn't seem genuine. They did not seem like friends to me. So I'll give this movie a 5 out of 10. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Just leave me a comment, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.